Hey guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome to the longest video I've put out so far. This is the first one that's going to touch 8 minutes. And it's going to be a pretty standard Forza start here, with someone just diving on the inside doing eclipse. But yeah, so this is, as you noticed, not the thumbnail. So you're probably thinking, Devon, what the hell, this isn't the thumbnail, you lied to us. But that is because this is a 2 race video. Possibly the first time I've done that, I'm not too sure. I might have done it before. But just like a very condensed version of 2 races. However, today this first race is going to be pretty uncondensed. I'm only going to cut out like one really boring lap from it, and then from there it's going to be another race after that, but done in a sort of different way. So I've pretty much cocked up with this race. I've chosen a front wheel drive touring car in the wet, and yeah, that is a pretty bad idea, because if you're in second, which you need to get any sort of acceleration, you get wheel spin, and then if you stay in third around slow corners, you're not in the turbo, so you get like no acceleration at all. So it's really quite tricky. I've got a MG Metro behind me, but yeah, this is pretty much possibly the last time we're going to see him at the end of the straight here. Yeah, if he's going to fade away, I'm not too sure what happened to him, but yeah, so we're going to end up staying in fourth for now. And I've missed that apex by quite a long way. But yeah, so not too bad considering this car is a bit of a challenge. So I've jumped to the end of lap 2, because lap 2 was pretty boring. That's the only part I'm editing out of this video, or out of this race. So yeah, it's going to be pretty much the whole race, because there's quite a few interesting happenings that happen at the end of the race. So we've got the Nissan behind me at the moment. He is sort of jumping between being close and being far away. And we're going to go through the water here and just really lose it, but kind of manage to hold it at the same time. That puddle is just in an awful place, as I'm sure you guys know, as the Nissan misses his braking points and goes pretty deep. But yeah, that puddle just, it's completely in the wrong place, and I'm pretty sure in real life there would be no racing happening if there was a massive puddle there. So yeah, bit of overkill with the puddles, especially there. And now there's a bit of a barrier in the road, and I'm just going to look back to make sure if anyone's going to hit it or not, because that usually can ruin people's races, and that would have been pretty funny. So coming to the end of lap 3, we are still in 4th place. So yeah, we're sort of managing to keep it together here. And yeah, third gear is treating me not too badly in some instances, especially on that last corner. I'm able to take it in third, but we're going to see just now that my power is severely hampered by, or dampened, is that the word? I'm not too sure, but anyway, it doesn't matter. So there's a few guys who've gone off here. There's the RS200, he's gone off, so that moves me up into 3rd place. I'm going to go through this puddle again and sort of get it wrong, but not as bad as the previous race, and I've still managed to hold it, so that's alright. And now we've got a BBLM who's gone off. I'm not sure what happened to him, but that moves me up into 2nd place, and we're coming up behind a Ferrari who is being lapped, so I wonder if he had anything to do with the BBLM going off. We will never know, because I never save the replays. So yeah, we're going to try and get past this Ferrari at the moment. I believe it's an F12, correct me if I'm wrong. But yeah, so still into 2nd place, and coming around this corner with the pretty terrible turbo lag, and I'm having to let off just in case I don't hit that guy. Now I'm going to get the BBLM right up my arse, and he's going to give me a little bit of a boost, but still that's not enough, because he is going to start looking on my inside. I should have probably covered it a bit better, but I knew he'd probably get past me anyway. So he's going to go right on the inside of turn 1, and a nice respectful move apart from me clipping the back of him. So I'm going to let off, make sure he goes straight on, and that's going to cost me 3rd place as well. So I'm back down to where I started in 4th, and the Ferrari's gone. This is the luckiest moment of my life. If you saw how close I came to that, you might want to rewind that. But the RS200 got clipped by the Ferrari, and I just sort of snuck in between and managed to hold 4th place, because that RS200 is actually in 5th. So yeah, I think briefly I was in 5th place. So he's going to get really close to me, sort of pinch me against the curb, and then he's going to run wide into the grass, and that's pretty much the end of his contention for 4th place. So we got 2 more corners to go. Something's happened to the Audi. He's gone into the wall. There was another lap player around him, so I'm not too sure if that had anything to do with it. Knowing Forza, it's very likely that it did. So we are going to end up finishing in 4th place here, which is not too bad with this car. Yeah, my lap times are nothing special, but yeah, this car is nothing too easy to drive. So now we're going to be moving to race 2, and this is what the thumbnail and the title was about. So we've got this KTM behind me, that's infraction number 1, using a KTM in the lobby. He's just going to zoom past there. Here comes infraction number 2, entering at such a ridiculous angle, getting spun around there and causing a bit of carnage. So we got a bit of, oh, I'm just going to get smashed on the straight here. I'm in a Formula E. This was from 7 Motorsports lobby takeover where we all drove Formula E's. There weren't too many of us really. And now the KTM is, there's infraction number 3. He's just come onto the track at a ridiculous angle again, crashed into someone. So I'm up into 4th place. Infraction number 4 is coming. He's going to hit me. Infraction number 5 is on the way. He's just going to bulldoze his way into the Mercedes, and yeah, so I'm going to straighten out the Mercedes and end up losing a place. So I'm going to jump ahead a lap, and now we are in 3rd place, and we've got the KTM rapidly coming up alongside me. Now this may have been bad on my part. I may have turned in on him, but you know, he had 5 infractions, and this was definitely a dick move. I wouldn't normally do that, but I just turned into him to get rid of him because he was a really terrible driver. And he's going to go for an awful ram and just miss by a mile. So we're going to jump ahead another lap, and he's now waiting. He is furious for me. So coming around the corner at the end of the straight, he's going to be waiting, and oh, he has pounced. He's there. He's pounced. He's ready for me. And he's going to come up the inside of me as I go for the corner. I'm just going to give him a bit of a juke, and he's going to not have enough speed to go sailing off. But he's going to carry on getting in my way. And then we're going to get alongside, and he's going to decide he's going to sideswipe me, so I'm just going to get on the brakes, put him in the grass, and that was the end of that lap's contention for him. So he's coming up behind me again. I'm going to take the quick blind through there and sort of get through that corner as quickly as I can, so I didn't have to look back and take the corner at the same time. But he's going to go for another ram here. I'm going to just juke him again, but again, not enough speed. I probably juked a bit early, and we have bumped him out of the way now briefly. And now coming through this right hand, I was pretty worried he was going to do something, so I juked again. I've got to learn how to do that properly. But he's going to put me in the grass, so well done to him. He finally achieved something. And then he's going to brake check me at the top of the hill, which is going to end up spinning him, and I barely lost any speed at all. I must say, I laughed so hard at that. And now just to balance things out, here's me being a bit of a cock. I have finished the race, or so I thought, and I didn't realize there was actually still a lap to go. So I'm just coasting there and without knowing. So yeah guys, thanks for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed the longer one, and yeah, I'd love to put out more longer videos if I could, so I'll do it when I can. And yeah, so thanks for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next one.